Go to TAPgiles.com to learn dreams, engage my services, and support the channel. Now let's look at the vector functions from the new tab in the calculator. We have lots of different things, different new modes that we've got. So a vector is, you can define it in a number of different ways. The way I think about it is a line coming from the center, or this is like 0 on the graph sort of thing. A line coming from there and going to a point, and it's got like a little arrow on the end. And that's what I think of as a vector. So it's this position here. It can be thought of as a position, or it can be thought of as like a move from like wherever to somewhere else. So if you you have this vector and then you add on this vector again, just with a normal plus operation. Now it's that vector is over there. The position has moved like that, and you can like multiply it 5 times, and it would be like going from there to up there. Or you can subtract. So if you started here, it's like moving in the opposite direction to the arrow. So moving back down there. So if you started here, and then if I just make that point the other way, and then you subtracted that vector twice, you'd end up down here. Things like that. And you can like multiply it by 0.5. It would shrink to half the size, and it would still start at the same position because it always starts at 0. So it'd be like halving it and kind of scaling it down. Or you can scale it up and make it further away from 0. A vector can have any length, so a position might be like miles away in the scene, and then it would have a very big length. But if it has a length of only 1, then that is said to be normalized. So you can start off with a position that's really far away, and then normalize it, and then its length would only be 1, but it would be pointing in the same direction. So you could think of this kind of vector when it's only 1 long as being a direction. That's how I think of those vectors. So movers, for example, you put it on a sculpt, and it has this arrow, and it actually has an output for what that arrow is, the direction of movement. And that is a vector that is 1 long, and it's just kind of measuring from wherever it's starting at. So there's another example of a vector. And then, and as a position vector, we have a tag, and that has a scene space transform. If you split that transform, it's actually made up of these individual parts, and one of them is position, and that is just a vector of 3 numbers, the x, y, and z in the scene. And that's the same with directions as well. They're an x, y, and z 3-number value, but they're only 1 long. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something interesting. Go to patreon.com/tapgiles to learn something new every day.